Hello, Slime here with OnceHuman. I'm going to be showing you here everything I have access to in the beta. This is kind of a complete video that I could try and cover every single thing I could encounter, and hopefully that's enough to at least get you started in the game. I'll try and make a shorter version of this guide later, and I'll link it up here to the corner when it's available so you can watch that, but you can just try and get into it real quick. Really important things with this game overviewed is that everything is safe. There's PvE stuff, there's PvP stuff that you can join in on. There's servers dedicated to each, and the PvP stuff is completely safe. Your base is safe, your stuff is safe, and you can flag yourself for PvP at level 10, so that doesn't even become a problem until level 10. So that's immediately out of the way. That's really important. I'm sure you really wanted to know that information. So anyway, this has the ability for you to play with other players. It's kind of like Destiny 2, and you're facing up against these like monsters, trying to contain them and save the world. There's a whole like single player campaign to this and everything, and it's a pretty cool game. You can check it out here. Just click the little link below in the description, and that will take you to the website. It's going to be available on Steam in a little bit too, but right now it's just on the website itself. And you can check out the Steam page as well if you want to wish list that, follow it, track it. It's going to be a while. This is just beta, but you can sign up for the beta right now and you can get in. Hopefully I got in, so this is sponsored and everything, so I wasn't even expecting to get a key for this, but they did give me one, so it looks really cool. I like it. It's very Destiny 2, so if you like that game, I think you'll probably like this one. It's got kind of Rust aspects and stuff into it as well, but it's kind of more a like sort of Fallout open world game with monsters and stuff, and sort of team oriented. So check it out. The link is in below. Just click the link and it'll take you there. And let's go ahead and get started. And I'll introduce you to as much as I can here in the video, and hopefully that's enough to help you and get everything out of the way and sort of explain, because it was a little bit confusing, and there's kind of a lot to this sort of game because it's actually a very well developed game, and it's very extensively well done. I think Fallout 76 wishes it could have successfully did this, and this game actually pulled it off. So let's go ahead and get started. I know this is a long video and I'm sorry, but I will link for the thing, so check that out. Okay, let's get started. Okay guys, I'm going to explain everything to you real quick. The most important keys you're going to be using are Tab, B, T, and I, basically. So Tab pulls up your bird, your manual, so the manual will show you your various things if you need it explained to you. You have a camera. Cradle is just a redundant thing in I for inventory. And then B is for base building. So if I push base building, you can see I've already set a territory down. So a territory block is this block that you first build, and it allows this area to be controlled only by you and nobody else can build in it. And it's this little block here, territory core. You place that down, and that'll allow you to put down foundations and everything else. So you can see it's got foundation, and I push B and it brings up this menu. And so you can see this is my limited area. You can upgrade the menu or the area on the territory core. I push right click, this opens this menu. This allows you to choose any of the million things: doors, windows, interiors. And then you have your facilities for like crafting benches and stuff. These are all unlocked in the Memetics screen, which is like your skill tree screen. And you have storage, you have your defensive options, you have your functions like water. This is the unit where you put in your SCP creatures into it, and then they will gain stuff for you. You have mail, you have a vending machine, you have these little stardust things. So the in-game currency is the stardust, so you throw them in here, and then this will make them into the star chromes, and you can use the star chromes to buy the in-game stuff and the in-game items, furniture, and then you can paint everything with this. So it's pretty simple, very similar to Rust. Then G is for your vehicle. Music will play. Damage happens when you crash into stuff. If you damage it a bunch, you're going to need to be able to build a garage, and that's this thing here. You can use the garage to upgrade stuff. So you can upgrade the parts by clicking parts, and you can choose a different engine parts, and it'll show you like you need these materials to upgrade it. You can apply a cool little skin and decals. They haven't gotten the decals in yet because this is still in beta, but you know it's pretty good so far. You have all the various things, like I have storage crates here, I have a supplies workbench, I have all the furnaces going, I have electric ones that have yet to be put together, refrigerator, a stove. The disassembler is the most important thing, I'd say, because you're going to use this to disassemble all of your things you get over time, and any scrap items, various garbage you find on the ground, when you pick it up, it'll come over to here and you'll be able to put it into parts, and those parts will make up all of these other little parts and things that you will use to make your different various items. So you have seeds, there's gardening, and everything else. Okay. So if you need water, you can just go over to the water, walk into the water, and then pick it up. If you hold down space and double tap when you're in the air, you'll get a little glider. The glider only lasts for a certain time. This will not drink the water, it'll just pick up the water and put it into a flask for you to give you an item. You have on your menu here on the UI, I can show you, let's see, I think pretty much everything. Okay, so we have the main quest on the left side, on the top, and then we have your quest stuff for the area you're in. Then you have a general thing, you have chat. You can type with chat by pushing enter. Then you can select all of these things here. You can also use this to talk into a specific one only. And you have access to friends, mail, notice in here as well. If you see that guy, you can come over to him. He'll give you a special free daily item. He's the bus man. He's friendly. He can give you a ride around town if you want. Okay. You can claim it once a day. I've already claimed it for today. Okay. Then you're gonna have to deal with creatures. So see, if I had a defensive stuff, they would be helping me right now. But since I don't, I'll have to do it all by myself. So I have my one key will do my first thing, second key do the second thing, your third key can select your hand, and I always just rebinded mine to just a key on my mouse, and I can swing that. And then you have your hotbar on all the other various keys. You have in the middle of the screen your health is in white, and it will get damage to it, which will become blue, and this will be an indicator of you losing your sanity. So you have your stamina, the muscles, the sanity, I believe, and then you have the drinking, and then you have eating, and if you have various skills, you'll be able to get, you know, better stats and stuff to those. And then you have your general tools and stuff. On the top right, you see what time it is in game, and the sun is out. I guess if you need to be reminded the sun is out. You have safe. Safe means you're not in a PvP zone. Once you get level 10, you can push the keyboard key P, and you can put yourself into a state that puts a flag on you that allows you to PvP anybody else who has the flag on. And even though I'm on a PvP server, it's not active all the time, and it's done by flags. And there's also different events that happen in game that you can go to that are automatically PvP or group PvP even. So you don't have to also worry about anybody stealing any of your stuff. Once it's in here, it's good. I don't quite know about like hives, which are the team-based thing, and then well, how can I say that word? WOR bands are sort of like clans where you can put multiple teams and have it into a clan. And I don't know if they can access it, but I would assume that the team probably could. So anyone that's on your team could easily probably take your items. So unless they're in the private chests, which I have a couple. Okay, you have T, which is your camp. Probably have this explained in the tutorial already, but camp allows you as your respawn point. So you put one of these down and you'll respawn. Otherwise, you're gonna have to respawn all the way back here at your base every single time. So make sure you put those down, and then into inventory. Inventory, you have your backpack. So here's all the little icons. You can sort it by like your tools. This is all your tools and your pew pews and stuff. You have your consumables. So anything that has like a counter to it, which will be consumed by eating it or drinking it or using it to heal you. And the food and stuff decays. So you can see this has a decay of 6 hours. So that's how long it's going to go before it goes bad. This one gives me 50 hydration back and restores 400 of my sanity. And this one has an enhanced effect because it's stuff I made on it. It gives it a boost of 10%. So like this one makes the dish 50% less heavy. You can see the weight of the item by the little barbell there on the top left side under the name of the food. Then we have your materials. So these are all the things you're holding on to. Like here's the Stardust stuff. Stardust stuff is used to convert it into money, I believe, for the end game stuff. Controllers are used to open up reward chests. Like think of them as like keys and stuff for when you defeat an enemy. And then you can use this to reset your memetic screen, which I'll explain in a little bit. You have your quest items, I think, special quest items, special stuff. You have your construction items, have your deviations. So I have these two right here, and I'll show you deviations real quick. So deviations come in 2 or 3 different categories, and they have the ability to create items, the ability to be defensive, and the ability to be offensive. So you put them in these little independent secure units. So you got to think of them as like they are SCP creatures. So if they're not contained, they will do whatever they want to based on whatever powers they have. So if you open up the build menu B and right click, then you can go into facilities, then functional. And you can see here, this is the independent secure unit. You craft these, and that'll allow you to put these little guys in here. So exit out, and now I can push F, and then I can see this is what he does. You can pick him up and throw him into a certain position to make a shield, or he can build a shield like at your feet. And you throw them in here. Once they charge up, you can select to synchronize them. I have this one synchronized, and now he'll follow me around. As you can see him, he's in my backpack being a little cutie. And this one will cast different other things. And these guys are the crafters, where this guy will craft some materials for you, so you can use them to do different potions and stuff. This guy, these all do the same thing. And then this is the other type, the gatherer. So this is a guy who will go around, he'll get ore for you. So you can click here, get the ore, or I can take it all out. So it gave me some ore, and then I would use the ore down here in a furnace. Furnace will show you the various stuff here that you can craft with. So pretty simple. Okay. Then we go back into inventory. Then we have the gear window. So the gear shows you your general stats here. Here's your deviation powers, your pollution resists, your psi powers, and then you have your general stats for your items. So if you look at the various things, like I have a fancy one here that I pulled out of a box that I rolled on, and the game doesn't have like purchasable pay to win mechanics. This company's very against pay to win mechanics, and I used the in-game currency they gave me for like filling out the survey and how I wanted the game to work. And then I just rolled on, and I got a blueprint, a completed blueprint, and I was able to build this. So I built this. This shows you here the stats on it, characteristics on the bottom, and that's like the special fancy stuff to it. And you have your general damage and calibration. on the thing. And calibration is when you go to a gear workbench. So you open the gear workbench, you have calibration here. And calibration just means that you're like fine tuning the items, so you're upping the stats for it, and it costs certain materials to do it. So if I was doing it to where like if I was sort of I guess stuck for a good while at this particular thing, I was just going ahead and upgrading it as long as it didn't cost a lot. And then you can use repair. So you can see mine are kind of damaged. So I'm going to go ahead and repair those. And then you can craft different armors, and you just click here and then you have to craft, and this will craft one of these, and this is the materials it uses to make this. And once you have all of these filled out, you can craft it. And then here's the tier of the armor. Higher tiers require more difficult things, and you can see here on the sets of the armor that they have different things based on how many pieces in the set you have. They give you different effects. Same thing here with this. So you have to get the blueprints, and I don't have too many. Let's open back up the inventory here. So we'll click this, you can right click it, modify it. So you can add a mod to it. You can add accessories to it. So I don't have any of these, but you know, they have fancy stat modifying things. You get these all through like in-game item purchases by using the in-game currency from doing like the different things. And it says here like if you do this particular mission you can get it, or like this one you can use it to the in-game currency to buy it, or do this a particular holiday thing. And then there's cosmetics, and I think they said that they were going to sell the cosmetic stuff. So if you want to, you know, do fancy schmancy skins and stuff. But as you can see, like the lucky thing here is where I got my blueprint. You can get a sticker, and you can put the sticker in there. But I think they said that's the only thing that they're actually going to sell is the cosmetics. But the game itself is going to be free. So that's it pretty much. They're all pretty much similar. The armor is the same way. Mods, masks. And then like if you look at these, you can see the core is like it boosts damage, and then if it's a tier 2 it will also give it the other thing. But since I only have a level 1 hat, if you look in the bottom thing, it says in the bottom right corner of this little box, this is rustic hat 1. So I don't have a tier 1, I have a tier 2, or I don't have a tier 2, I have a tier 1, so it only applies the first thing. Cradle is your skill tree. So think of this as, you know, your Skyrim skill tree. You pick your stuff. So Cradle, you unlock this one in the marketplace and doing the quest line of the normal game. And this kind of gives you stat boost to your particular style that you want to use. So you get to pick those, and more of these are unlocked by you playing the game. No pay to win. It's just like you collect more of these little dudes and secure them. Then you get to get this in the next skill tree. Then Memetics are your skill trees. So every 5 levels you get a mastery. So you get to pick one of these. And then so these are completely random. And then once you lock them in, they're locked in unless you get like a very special item that I think is only available during like specific seasons or shops or something like that. And then you can reset them. So think of these as like permanent, like you're playing the RuneScape thing for the summer, and these are permanently locked in. So, you know, they're mostly like, here you go. If you get this, you can get better glass, crafting, what have you. Like I went with, since I'm playing by myself, I went for more resource gathering stuff. But if you're playing as a team, you might want to coordinate those all together. You guys have better stats choices available. So then you have your basic skill trees. The skill trees are like your smelting level of your items, your tools. Then you have your general crafting things. This is going to be your pew pews, your rocks for the pew pews, your level of tools on the tool bench, and this is going to allow you to forge the metals, so those kind of go together. But also some of the tools are in here as well. And these other ones aren't unlocked yet. They're unlocked in a couple of days. So those will be there too. A lot more content is going to be unlocked, but these are the ones they've kind of gotten so far. So a lot of these workbenches and things, so you can see, you click on this, this will show you, this is going to give you the ability to make this workbench, all these various lovely items, and these will unlock all the various things you see in my house. You have cooking under management, the different methods of cooking. You can get water delivered to your house. The energy for getting anything electric will be through solar generators. So you're going to have to get these, and you can see all the materials needed to make that, which is lovely, which I still haven't even gotten. You can also grow your own plants through farming here. And then under here is all your base building stuff. And this is going to be your storage for your storage items is right here. Here's your cars. If you want to build your cars, you can actually build yourself a fancy four-wheeler. And you got all your stone stuff for your houses. And then here's all your fancy schmancy defensive stuff. And so that's it pretty much. This is spent, the currency of this is spent on these memetic points here. Let's see, let's find one. Okay, so this is going to cost 5, and it's going to cost 700 energy links. So this is a currency that you earn by basically doing stuff in the game, and yeah, just doing stuff in the games. Like bosses and things give you more of these points, and this is your level up points. So think of this as like your skill tree attribute points, and think of this one as your general experience. And you have your blueprints. So blueprints, you collect these fragments and you can upgrade blueprints. So these various different things will allow you to upgrade your things into higher levels. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do it. So you can see like you can get these by opening crates. Crates are these things in the real world, like in the in-game world. They're like on the ground and stuff. You can find them in places and as lootable crates. Same thing with armor. And I was saying, you have that lucky spin wheel over at me. So this is the wish machine where you spend your endgame currency. It is located here, and I believe you can take it to your home base if you do the quest line. So basically, the way this works is you have your currency here, you roll for a chance at a blueprint, and then you can do this section, then it opens the other sections, and then you get to roll on all these blueprints. So let's do the big roll. You got that. Got one of these. Another one. Okay. This. And this. Yeah, I don't know if these like unlock different sections of it. So it looks kind of good because we got like 4 of the same one. So that might be really good. Might have us completed the blueprint halfway. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works. Then you have your mods. Here's all your mods just listed for you real easy. And you have cosmetics. So here's, I think, probably the cosmetics that they're going to be sellable. But as you can see, a lot of them are available in events and stuff. So you participate in the events, you'll be able to get the cool little cosmetics. So there's enough here. You know, it's just started. I don't even think like they've even worked on this, because honestly I don't think they care, because they're not interested in that. They're interested in making the game good, because I know they had a lot of people complain in the alpha about the beginning of the game not making too much sense story wise and stuff. So what they went and did is they redid all of the entire beginning storyline so that you can sort of learn all the story better, and then they're revoicing everything as they go. So some of the stuff right now in the beta is kind of missing voices and stuff, but like that's how much dedication they went into, is they listened to the community right away immediately in the alpha, and they immediately implemented those changes in the beta. Like, I think that's really great that they're actually listening and caring about this game. So push the map for M. And then this will show you like the main places. These are teleportation towers. So there's one here. You can teleport to them, or teleport from them, and switch world servers from them as well. You can do that. Like if you can talk to someone, like say here in world chat, they might not actually be in the same world server that you're in. So you could go to one of these and swap to theirs if you wanted to go play with them, and then you can meet up and stuff. You have the bosses at these huge monoliths. So these are really big buildings. I mean, on the map they don't look very big, but get to the top of this map. Oh yeah, there's a tip of one of them. So that is that's that one all the way over there. Those have the bosses, and then you have quests here. So like this is a quest that I can do. This is a event area that I can do, and there's these major towns. And then when you go to the town, you can see this has different quests here where you have to activate these rift anchors, and you activate these rift anchors within here, and it will like bind the rift and open it so that you can enter the monolith and face the boss. And you have to be a specific level, and then like you can revisit the boss at higher levels of difficulty where he has much more mechanics and stuff. You always have the ability to teleport back to your base, so you can scroll in here and teleport. But when you're teleporting to other places like this, it's going to cost you your little experience points there to teleport there, so make sure you always have those. Here you have a red event, so this is a public party event, so everyone can go here and you can teleport it to here. And at this one you can catch fish, so there's like some super high rare fish that are available for catch there. Here's more and more quests. You can see the map is pretty big, like it goes all the way over here. This is as far as you can go right now, but in 3 days they're opening it up to even more. Like I don't know if they're going to open up one of these sections or one of these sections or something, I don't know. They have the PvP events turned off, so like this is a huge PvP event area, so the clans and stuff and teams can come into here and they can loot these resources by running these generators, and then you're open to PvP everyone in this ability area. And anyone that's like, I want to go through here to the town, like they can risk coming through in here, or they can like become involved and steal your stuff or something, I don't know. They can at least take you out and get points and stuff, or they can go around the long way, and it's kind of like open world grand fun auto time at all times. So yeah. So and then like throughout the world you'll see like beacons and stuff. Like you can't really see any right now, but there's like little beacons and things that happen, and those events will happen in real time, and you can just walk over to them and start. Hopefully this kind of explains stuff, and I'll show you here a few of the more various events and things, but this should be pretty much all of it, covering everything you need to know more or less. There's tasks. You can see your task list for different things in the world that you want to do. Your world tasks. Here's your main quest, your commissions that I was telling you about, like you can get from the bird. Your journey here is by pushing J. You can pull this up. You can get awards here, and by upgrading your vehicle or something, it'll give you points. And here's more ways to earn little things. Complete all those ones. You have achievements, and then all of these achievements, and then there's just like collections, so you can look at all of these old like entries and stuff, so you can read everything that you collected. and it has all the lore for you. And that's pretty much it. I think that's covered pretty much everything. So I for this thing, and then you can have whispers, which are these little things that will pop up on the ground, and you can leave a post here, and you can say like blah 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 blah, and then you can type a thing like, hey, there's a treasure map here, and then you can type in a message, and then that'll get left there, and then you can push Q, and then if there's one nearby, you'll be able to see it. J for this, B to build, G for motorcycle, tab for bird, E to use your ability. So I can do that, and then so I could throw it, and say I wanted a shield over there. And then now this one will allow me to have a shield, and I can just use it for cover and stuff. And that's pretty neat. Also, it looks pretty cute. Then I can recall him, and that will start recharging the energy faster, but I can't use his thing, so if you recall him, take in mind that you're going to not be able to use his ability, but his ability will be up again sooner, so there is that. There you go. I hope this helps. Leave a like if it did. You guys have a good day.